What's up, guys? Jamie here. I'm filling up, and I like to use this time, and my kids aren't screaming around me, to, sometimes things pop into my head, and I just like, man, I got to share this. I think somebody would get some, um, just some wisdom from this, and it's one thing that kind of been weighing on my mind as I got into these last couple years, right? Like I've been cleaning for like 6 or 7 years, and it's super easy to get complacent, right? Like with the cleanings, like it's very the same thing over and over while you're in the truck. So I think this goes for people like that's been cleaning a couple months or a decade, right? Like this is some things that I've seen that separate the pros from the amateurs, all right? And it's probably not what you think. It's pretty simple. And it's not just the gear, right? Like it's not the technique. It's how you treat the small jobs. How you treat the small jobs determine if you'll ever land the big ones, right? Like in the Bible it says, if I can trust you with little, I can trust you with a lot. And when I was started, I was obsessed with tools. Always chasing the best squeegee, the slickest setup, the purest water. Like that's just kind of like what you want. Like you see all these setups online, all these new innovations are coming out. But the guys really winning is they treat every $200 job like it was a $1,000 opportunity. They show up early, they smiled, they smelled nice, talk to the client, okay? Try to get personal a little bit, and notice the little things. Cobwebs in the corner, dirty tracks, a clogged gutter, like things that you can recommend to them and make yourself more valuable, right? While improving their existence, improving their life. The more valuable you make yourself, the longer they're going to want to keep you around, okay? Carry yourself like a professional. So if you're just starting out, and even if you're not, I think this applies to everybody, including myself. Like I have to remind myself this all the time. I got 3 simple things that you can focus on that'll help tremendously. Show up when you say you will. That's massive. You're going to separate yourself 80% from the other guys. If you just show up, if you answer the phone, okay, reliability is huge. Communicate, okay, that's massive. Setting expectations, guys, and communicating is like one of the biggest things. I think a lot of the problems that a lot of guys or girls have in this industry, or even home service industries, is they just didn't set clear expectations. If you set clear expectations, 99% of the issues aren't going to be there, right? Text confirmation, that's huge. Polite updates, a thank you after the job, like it's just little things. And go one step beyond what the customer expects. I try to do extra things every time at every job, and that's what I tell my guys I'm training now. Like if you see like garage door windows, or like door windows that they didn't want you to do, or just simple things, mirrors, right? Like just do some stuff for free, man. Make themselves more valuable, and that's it. You don't have to be perfect, just be reliable. Excuse me. And if you've been doing if you've been doing this a while, you got to ask yourself honestly, do I still show up with the same care and hunger I had in the beginning? Okay, and I have to like really remind myself that quite often now, because being solo for so long, like I was, you really get complacent, right? Like you get just, okay, let's go do this, and you kind of forget the small things that made you successful in the beginning. Sometimes we get efficient, and that's great, but don't let the speed replace the service. That is so massive. I always think about the next job. I'm always thinking about the next job, right? But you have to realize, like, you're not just there cleaning glass or fixing a pipe or fixing an electrical. Like, whatever you're doing at that house, you're building trust. And trust is what turns a one-time job into lifelong clients. So the takeaway, if you can have a quick takeaway from this little blippet, is professionalism grows the business faster than pure skill ever will. And when you combine both, you're unstoppable, all right? If you make yourself valuable, and I think that's one thing that really set me apart, because I have bigger companies around me, and a lot of these guys didn't really start in the biz. There are a lot of franchises and stuff like that, but I don't think there's many around my area that had the vision that I had early on. And I think setting yourself apart while building that trust and reliability is just completely massive. But you gotta keep it in the business. You have to keep it going when you go to train and go to hire, and you gotta instill it, okay? Guys, drop a comment if this hits home. Tag someone who needs to hear it. Keep grinding, clean sharp, And remember, stay human. Have a great day.